but the ICC live stream has a 30-minute delay. So, reporter Lian Buan is already inside the courtroom. She did file this report before she went in. Let's hear from Lian.
Good morning. This is day 4 or the final day of the historic pretrial proceedings of former President Rodrigo Duterte. This morning, we will hear the lead defense counsel, Nicholas Kaufman, make his final submission on the merits. It's still being anticipated by the victims' lawyers, waiting to see if Kaufman has a final card or a final trick in his pocket, seeing that yesterday, the victims' lawyers said they were not convinced by the defense of Nicholas Kaufman. They said it was a weak defense. Just to recap, yung pinaka-argument ni Kaufman kahapon ay there is no direct causal link between Rodrigo Duterte and the people who ended up getting killed. That's either there's no causal link between the words of Duterte to the dead person, or there's no any signed order for that matter. For the victims' lawyers, they said it was a weak argument because sabi nga nila, hindi naman daw kailangan ng sobrang direktang pagpapakita ng isang bagay papunta dun sa isang bagay. In the International Criminal Court case law, the judges in the past have also considered links that are not so direct. Isa sa mga tinignan ng mga judges in the past is the element of virtual certainty. Tinatanong doon kung nung nagsalita ba si Rodrigo Duterte or meron siyang pinirmahan na isang Oplan memorandum, meron ba siyang virtual certainty na at the end of it ay may mamamatay or may papataying tao. Para sa prosecution, para sa mga biktima, there is a virtual certainty because he made sure he gave an essential contribution to it. They are citing the logistical assistance, such as the alleged giving out of guns. They are citing the financial rewards for the policemen. They are citing rhetoric of Duterte saying that if you kill, I will not only protect you, but I will also promote you. For Nick Kaufman, there's no virtual certainty, and he gives a statistical overview. He says that kung more than 4,000 yung nasa PRRD list or the alleged kill list, bakit daw more than 200 lang yung pinatay? And he says that's a 5% chance. That's not virtual certainty. And that for the victims is one of the most painful things to hear. They told us yesterday that they felt very belittled and diminished, na para bang ni-reduce sila sa isang numero, sa isang statistic. Today, the prosecution and the victims will also have their chance to make their closing statements as well as the defense before we move on to the final part of the hearing, which is the yearly review on detention of former President Rodrigo Duterte. If we remember, the interim release request for the former president has been denied because according to the pretrial chamber, the risk factors, all 3 risk factors are present, such as that the risk that former President Rodrigo Duterte will flee or will escape the case. The second risk factor is the risk the former President Rodrigo Duterte will threaten or jeopardize the investigation by threatening witnesses. And the third risk is that former President Duterte has the risk to recommit the crimes as being accused of. That request was denied last year, but in the ICC, every year, nire-review nila kung meron pa ba yung mga risk factors because they do not want to unnecessarily detain a person for too long if there are no risk factors. So that's going to be what we will hear at the very last part of the hearing today. This has been a very emotional 4 days for the victims and their lawyers, especially the human rights lawyers who have been with them all throughout this entire ordeal from 2016 when President Duterte launched the war on drugs for the supporters of President Duterte. They say they are hurt by the fact that they are the laughing stock of some of the international community having flown a former president to The Hague. But the hearings represent a moment of justice for the victims, but also more importantly, a moment of reckoning for the Filipinos of where we started and how we got here. This is Lian Buan reporting live from the International Criminal Court.
Thank you, Lian. We look forward to your live reports later. Jairo, you've anchored the past 2